Do you feel the vibes?
What is up, my sexy subscribers and new newbies? It is Wednesday, thank God, halfway through the week. I can taste Friday. We are almost to the weekend. Now, in today's video, we're going to be going over one of my oldest combat money-making methods that has never failed me since the release of the game 5 years ago. Now, there are a few requirements for this video, which will appear on screen now, but we'll be going over them in the next few minutes anyways. This first one is the completion of Desert Treasure, which I think most people have access to at this point, and the reason we need to do this is because we need ancient magics. On screen, you can see I tallied to Narda, and I'm running over to the pyramid to switch to ancient magics. For those of you who don't know, who are maybe new to the game, you switch to ancient magics by coming to this pyramid, which you get at the end of the quest, and you pray at this altar. Now, you can also go through the Shanty Pass and then go to the bandit camp and run down. I just like to tell you to Narda because I think it's a little quicker. On screen, you can see I use the telly to show you where we're going and what we're going to be doing for this video, and that is killing green dragons. The second requirement, though, that we'll be going over, as you can see, is 84 magic. And the reason you need 84 magic is because you need 84 magic to cast the teleport to that graveyard. Now, the last thing we'll be going over is something that's not necessary, but will greatly increase your GP per hour, and is what I'm basing this video on. And that is access to the cannon, which it requires you to complete the Dwarf Cannon quest. Now, with all that being said, the basis of this video, as I said earlier, is going to be killing green dragons. Now, I would go over a gear setup and whatnot, but as this video will probably say in the title, this is sort of a rebuild strat, and it's also been my strat since the very beginning. So whether you're bringing a complete noob setup or a max gear setup, it does not really matter. You're going to be making 100k difference in between those two gear setups. So I'm just going to let you decide what you want to wear, if you want to wear black D-hide or if you want to come in here with full bandos, you know. Now, basically what you want to do is, as you've seen, I've tell you to the graveyard, which requires 2 laws and 2 soul runes. So you're going to have those in your inventory. I like to buy 100 at a time and do 50 trips because it doesn't take that long. Then you're going to bring a cannon if it's your first time going, and you're going to set that cannon somewhere up in the middle. Generally, the specific place doesn't really matter, but just somewhere in the middle so you can hit most of the dragons. Then you just start killing dragons and banking the hides and bones. Make sure you bring a looting bag, as this will greatly help and with like the storage. And also make sure you bring some food because they probably will hit you if you're wearing not great gear. Now also, I like to bring a teleport to house tablet. The reason I do this is so that you can use piety, which isn't a requirement of this video, but it definitely helps speed up the trips. And then when you teleport to your house, you can recharge your prayer, and that also gives me access to a glory. But if you don't, as I said, have those things, just remember to bring a glory in your gear setup so you can tally right back to Ed to restock and make another trip. Now, when I do these things, I bring on average 300 cannonballs, but as you can see in this trip, I wasn't using a cannon, which I probably should have, but this was just to show you guys the basics of the method. Some things to note, as always, at the end of these videos is that you do not want to pick up your cannon if you're getting PK'd. Just let it sit there because it will decay, and if you pick it up and they kill you, you'll actually lose it. And you can get it back if it decays outside of the wilderness anyways for free. I mention this simply because I've seen this happen more times than I would like, but the other great thing about this money-making method is that because you're so close to the 20 wilderness line, which is the teleport line, and because better things have been added to the game, you will rarely ever be PK'd. I've done close to 200 trips in the last few days, and I was never PK'd. Lastly, make sure you pick up the Renars and the Ensouled Heads because they stack up and they end up being worth quite a bit of money at the end. Also, as you can see, I've sold everything off for a cheaper price for the sake of the video, and I still made 120k. On average, with a cannon trip, you'll take about 7 to 8 minutes per trip. That means, doing some simple math, that you'll get around 1 mil an hour. And this will definitely help you rebuild your bank, especially if you're just coming back to the game. As always, guys, if you're enjoying these money-making methods or any of the content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It really does help. As always, have a wonderful rest of the week, and peace!